wrong foods. If food is supposed to be our life source, think about the food that you're choosing to put into your body. Now, I'm not saying don't choose the pizza or whatever. I'm just saying be aware. And then a few months or a few years down the road, don't sit there and say, oh, woe is me, I don't know why I got this, or oh, woe is me, I don't know why I got cancer, oh, woe is me, I don't know why I'm gaining so much weight. Don't even be there. Because you can't be there. Because you are now, everybody in this room now is fully aware of every single choice you make in your life, and know that it's going to have a residual effect. Food that we eat right now, food that you guys eat in your 20s, will affect you in your 30s. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. I promise you, and I don't make promises I can't keep. Right? So just think about that. Think about that the next time you go and, and there's there's food. Now, again, 80-20, right? We're human. I told you the 80-20 rule, right? 80% of the time, be good. 20% of the time, hey, I mean, it's okay. I just got a real thing. I love French fries, but I make my own fries because they taste better, right? Especially when they put some French fries in a little bottle and they look the same a month later. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not eating those anymore, right? So, remember that 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule, that's all we can. I can't expect you guys all to be, even myself, to be 100% Ahimsa all the time. But if we strive for it, 80% of the time you will. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, how does that look on your mat? How does that look on your mat? How does Ahimsa look on your mat? Somebody share it with me.
When we're going through the different moves, we concentrate on trying to do it as accurately or as close to accurate as possible for the best benefit, the biggest benefit. When we do the stretches and pick up the block, we focus on stretching as far as we can.
We're on the right path.
Without the negative thoughts that we can't do it.
Okay, we're on the right path. Mark, you were going to say something. Yeah. What do you think Ahimsa looks like on your map? Now, Mark, are you an athlete for the school?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think Ahimsa looks like when you are you're a basketball player, correct? So what do you think Ahimsa would look like on the court?
Being a team player.
Yes,
Exactly.
being a team player. And what does being a team player really mean?
Being selfless.
Mm-hmm.
Say that again?
Being selfless.
Being selfless. Okay, give me some more. I'm not sure what you're meaning.
Putting the team's objective before your own.
Okay, so I'm not sure how the game really works, but I would say,
I think I understand what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that, like it's a team sport, you still want to have that individual shine, and he's talking about like not worrying about you performing good for the sake of the team. So he's talking about like just not caring about how much he shoots, or he's caring more about how much he passes and making the team work.
making teamwork, because the teamwork makes the dream work. That's what I say to my coaching clients. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Yes, totally. So, but there's what it looks like. What I want you to realize on your mat, that what it looks like on your mat is this: Ahimsa. if I'm asking you, and I will ask you today, to hold the positions a little bit longer than normal, what if it begins to hurt? What if it begins to hurt to the point where you feel like something's ripping?
Honor your body.
Thank you. Honor your body. Ahimsa looks like that. Honor the body where it is today. One of the things that we need to realize is that on our map, today is a different day. Right? Aggressively aware of how is the body behaving today. The stresses you had yesterday, mental, physical, emotional, are going to define themselves today inside your body. Yes. Did you get enough sleep? If that's going to define itself on your map today. So whether or not you're listening to that, maybe today's not a good day to do that pose that looks so great on Yoga Journal because your leg just isn't working. So yes, push through to the point, but not to the point of pain. But yes, you've got to find that pain. You've got to find the point. We call it the push point. Right? And so I'm looking at him because he's an athlete. So we find that push point where we can push just a little bit more without tearing anything, injuring anything, or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's what it looks like on your map. What does it look like out in the world? In the rest of your classes? Come on. Yes.
One of my favorite prayers is the Serenity Prayer, and I use that philosophy. It's similar to what you're saying, which is basically being wise enough to know your limitations, but the courage to know when to push forward and when to push past the push point. So you have to be wise, but have that courage in the real world.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the comfort zone. We do everything that we're comfortable for. We do everything we're comfortable with. Yes or no?
Yes.
And let me ask you this, because this is really truly the push point for you guys. How many of you could do better in your schoolwork? Not in this class, but in your schoolwork.
Always.
And why don't we do it? Because we are creatures of habit and we like to stay in our comfort zone. I'm with you. I'm with you. Same thing in business. Think about this. I know that if I get out of my comfort zone, I can grow my team bigger, better, and we can make a whole lot more money. But I just pushed to a certain point and realized the other day that I'm not pushing to my max. Because when I pushed to my max, I was able to make a freaking awesome amount of money in 1 week. That I was like, ooh, okay. But we don't do that consistently enough. So what I want you to realize today when we get on the mat is notice that push and pull. And see how long you can keep it in that consistency. Okay, I just push myself a little bit more, stay in that push point. Can you guys practice that today? All right, so let's get up and let's do asana.